Welcome back to Professor Layton and the Lost Future. Let's recap the story so far.
Very well.
Yeah, better.
Layton stuns everyone by unmasking Clive, the evil criminal who masterminded the entire plot. For years, he had been plotting revenge on the government and the scientific community, and yet he is the name of some guy you see next door.
Oh, come on. I'll just quote what Jova said last part. Not everybody must have a bombastic name.
I still have a lot of questions, but the game will probably answer me in time.
That maniac Clive has been building a war machine under London all this time? It's madness!
No, it is Spa. Never mind.
Alright,
hey,
Fiora,
that joke belongs in my series, Layton. Wait, what am I saying?
So this is the weapon that Clive was building.
Yeah, turns out she actually was aware that he was building something. There we go.
Did you know about this before?
Well, shit. No, I suspected someone was developing weapons behind Dimitri's back.
Do any of my characters talk in the next few minutes? I have to go
terrorist.
take care of something.
Don't worry, somebody will take over for you. It's fine.
Sure.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Right.
But I never imagined that the product of all that research would be this atrocity.
Yeah, atrocity, yeah. In any case, it's dangerous here. You need to leave at the double.
It shouldn't be on the double.
Well, what about you?
Well, I am the hero, so I kind of have to stop it.
No, it's my responsibility. I'm going to get Flora.
Pedro,
because she allowed herself to get
you're
easily
thinking wrong.
kidnapped.
I'm the leader guy, and the leader guy does not die or something.
Are you mad? Look at that thing. You'll be killed.
Oh, come on.
It's okay.
Oh, come on.
Professor Layton is a giant robot. He always gets away from
yeah,
that.
don't worry. Yeah, we've dealt with this kind of stuff in the past, so we're fine.
Oh, hi, Don Paolo.
Yeah. Isn't this usually when you like to show off? Yeah, actually, they're poking fun at the... You are planning to rescue Flora, aren't you, Layton?
Of course. But how can I gain access to the fortress's interior?
Guess Layton needs a snack before he goes to the rescue.
I need my energy.
He could try scaling one with its legs.
Look what the hell happened to your voice.
I don't know what happened there for a bit.
Foolish boy, you'll be squashed like a pancake. Hey, Layton, how would you like to use your own car to get to the fortress?
What do you think it is, the Batmobile?
You mean the one at the hospital? That was just a model to make us believe we were in the future.
True, but I stole the blueprints for it and made my own improved Layton mobile. Fully kitted out. That's right, Layton Paulo made a full improved Layton mobile for us, so that's pretty awesome.
So, in my ride, and Don Paolo is actually exhibit.
Yes. Don Paulo's awesome, I love Don Paulo. Anyway.
Hey, I'll give him kudos for still calling it the Layton mobile.
A car is waiting for you on the hill over there. Get a move on. Okay, Teo, now it's time to for one of those awesome moments where level 5 is just having a blast with gadgets and shit. Don't get all sappy on me, Layton. I'm only doing this for Flora.
Yes.
Yeah, you remember the girl who you sort of hallucinated in the last game?
He's a real softy deep inside, but he just doesn't like to admit it.
Yeah. Again, though, he
Well, he
sort
was
of
kind of a friend of Layton's back in the day.
Kinda,
true.
yeah. Okay, apologies here. My brain farted again, so I kind of forgot I was supposed to go up those stairs, so sorry about that. I parked your car up on that hill over there. What are you waiting for? Fuck you.
But don't blame me. I'm being controlled by a daft Portugueseman.
Yes.
My apologies, Paul. I'll go and fetch you immediately.
Yes, go get your car.
And yeah, the Thames Arms was destroyed completely.
Hey, Dwibs. Is it starting to look like the actual England now with the grey clouds and everything?
Yeah.
Don Paolo wasn't joking. This looks just like the real Layton mobile.
What does? I don't see it.
Over there!
Oh, there it is.
There is one thing I need to confess, Layton.
You didn't really fix it, did you?
Um,
What is it, Paul?
Well, the truth is, the car's almost ready, but I don't know which screw to use on this last joint here.
Couldn't you have consulted a manual?
Dude, I only have the blueprints. I don't have the manual.
But the whole car could fall apart. What are we going to do now?
We'll walk.
You no need to get so shrill, brat. We can work it out. One of these screws is shorter than the trick.
Let me guess. We need to solve it through a puzzle.
Of course.
Yes, apparently in this London you can build cars with puzzles.
Only one of these six screws,
A through F, will fit properly into the threaded hole. Let me read this one, Professor. The width of the hole matches the thickness of all the screws, so don't worry about that. Your only tool is a flathead screwdriver. Now hurry! You don't have much time. Circle the correct screw and touch submit.
Luke, what did I tell you about reading the puzzles?
Sorry, Professor, but this is a different time. All of London is in danger.
Well, yeah, all of London is in danger, and also Flora's in danger because she's the dumbest damsel in distress I've ever seen. She just sat there and let herself get kicked that much because she wasn't paying fucking attention.
Oh,
Also, David Cameron's in trouble too. You have to save
Who
him.
the fuck cares?
Yeah.
The Fred.
We do, apparently.
But that's the thing, Jova. According to from what Shiroi and Dwebs have told us, apparently Clive is doing London a public service by kidnapping him and taking him hostage and shit.
Yeah.
So if he's so bad, how do you win the elections?
Oh, trust me, Jova. There's a lot of corrupt things going on.
From
in
what
that.
I've heard,
Like,
he's
we
quite
actually
possibly the best.
we also had our own personal David Cameron. Fortunately, now he's in jail. So.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Wouldn't it figure? While David Cameron, who's usually stationed in Britain, is coming over to Portugal, the Pope is visiting good America.
Yeah, I saw it in the news too.
That's it. Now hurry up and get the car moving.
All right, here we go. Time for an FMV.
The professor's missing the game.
This is the one. I'm sure of it. What do you mean I'm missing the game? I'm right here.
I've got to hand it to you this time, Layton. That was some fine work.
Well, thank you. Now fuck off.
So this car's ready to drive now.
Yes, and I'm the one driving it, so step aside.
You bet it is, boy. Gentlemen, your chariot awaits.
It's called
So
the
is this
Layton
as
Review.
reliable as the chances of Wales or England winning the
Here we
rugby
go.
tournament?
I love this scene.
Actually, Wales is doing reasonably well, surprisingly.
Nice.
And so are we. We actually...
Yeah.
Yeah, but unlike Wales, we've actually won the World Cup. It's true.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Oh no, House moving castle is destroying
yeah,
everything.
yeah. Well, Taylor, let's not forget that these are Studio Ghibli fanboys that work here. That's right. Here we go.
It's the most insane thing we've actually done. Oh!
Damn, Professor, you are an awesome driver.
I should have been the host of Top Gear instead of Chris Evans.
That's right. We're climbing the fortress in the Layton mobile.
Huh.
This is
I
awesome.
wonder if this could possibly be a future
I
DLC
only
level
want
from
to
Mario
fly
Kart 8.
castle.
This is how you go in there guns blazing, or rather cars blazing.
All right.
Aye, Professor. This place is huge. They could be anywhere.
True.
Well,
First things first, let's find a way in.
like that ladder over there.
All right.
Right.
Now it's time to climb the fortress. Second thing to climb in this game,
The door's locked with a puzzle.
Of
obviously.
course.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Clive. It's clear that we're not getting inside without doing some thinking. Or Clive could rather just have like a fingerprint recognition system or something. The door below is sealed
It's not
shut.
as bad as Sean Connery in the Avengers.
Yeah, the door below is sealed shut with a mysterious lock that uses 6 dials that could be swapped and rotated because Clive is a dumb shit. To open the door, arrange the dials so that gems are the same color.
Actually, believe it or not, Twibs, we are actually going to have a reason why he didn't even lock things. Actually, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Seriously though, he couldn't have used eye
Trust me.
recognition.
Don't
or
worry. Don't
voice
worry.
recognition.
Don't worry, Dwebs. We're gonna get an explanation for that. Anyway, touch and slide the center of the dials to move them, and touch and slide the edges to rotate them in either direction.
Does he like making things harder for himself?
Well, there's sort of a reason for that.
Again, let's wait till he gives us the reason, then we'll talk about that. Tile F goes in the top left slot. You want to say something?
Don't even be subtle about it, Dad. They're blatantly telling you,
Well,
that's what the superhint's for.
Well, Dwibs, honestly, considering how fucking useless the hint system in
for God's sake, the Welsh have taken the lead.
Ha!
Why did I say that earlier? I've jinxed us.
It's karma, Dwibs.
God damn it.
How many minutes left? I'm not actually near a
6.
TV right now. Oh.
Who should I root for? Britain or Wales? Both had a hand in.
He's done it again.
I mean, England or Wales, of course.
Well,
okay. I'll confess that one was actually on purpose.
Do the trick.
Sure it was. Anyway,
Who should I root for? England or Wales? Both had a hand in making the Titanic. Both were in Britain.
a gem of a solution. Now I can push on.
we're bigger.
Our flag has
How
a
about
dragon
not
on it.
caring?
Excellent. With the puzzle solved, we're free to go in. Yes, but we're a bigger country, and we've got more people than sheep.
Great, then head in.
Alright.
Rescue Flora.
Although on the one hand, Wales did give us the humor from Nino Cooney.
This appears to be some sort of...
Yes, we gave you Drippy.
I think we can use it to move around the fortress.
But there are so many buttons. I don't have the slightest clue how to operate it.
Oh, it's
Ian-
easy. Just press the
In the great
big
glass
red
elevator.
button.
Oh, I can't wait till we get to the.
You two! Get away from that transport pod!
Oh, Luke not being able to
Ultron.
operate complex machinery.
Is this?
I can't.
What the fuck?
Oh no, we've been spotted.
I'm voicing this one.
Yeah, he is. That's
We've come here for that girl Clive kidnapped. Tell us where Flora is at once!
Please?
Now!
Flora, you just mean the pretty thing the boss dragged back here.
The boss. So you've been working
Yeah,
for
that's
Clive
another
for a
question
while.
I had. Like, how did he convince to create all the family thing?
remember
Money.
money.
Dimitri
remember?
was just a
Oh,
puppet.
okay.
Clive's been our gaffer from the very start. Ah, it all makes sense
But
now.
basically, Theo, he was the one who created the entire family thing. Then he hired
Not to be
Dimitri.
able to get her mind.
I wouldn't be so
Okay,
sure
okay.
about that.
Basically, Dimitri was brought in later, and he was being tricked by everybody
What's to
from the
stop
very
us from
beginning.
taking this transport pod to the ventilation room?
Even though he thought he was giving orders, he was never actually giving orders.
You've even
Okay.
been so kind as to leave us an explanation of how to use the device, you dumb shit.
Oh crap! Oh, I'm so stupid.
I did not. Well,
I'll be right
except
back.
that note, but that's written in an uncrackable code.
You do realize who you're talking to, right?
Yeah.
Have a gander if you like, but you ain't gonna work out the instructions.
Don't be so
Oh my
sure
God.
about that.
Oh come on! I can. Oh come on! I can set up a VCR. We can do this just fine.
To open the door, you'll need to press the numerical buttons according to these cryptic instructions. Open with 2, but leave 4. Pressing just the 2 button and leaving the 4 button untouched doesn't work. So how exactly are you supposed to open this door?
So yeah, I love this one. Okay, so open with 2, but leave 4. So what?
Let me guess. You press 2 buttons and that's it.
Leave out four buttons.
Well, Webbs. If that was it, then what would but leave 4 mean?
Don't press the number 4 then.
Let's think about it for a moment. Open with 2, but leave 4. So what could that mean? Let's take a hint. The door will open if you interpret the instructions correctly. There's nothing too tricky going on here. You just need to approach it with a different mindset.
Yep.
Another hint. Think more broadly about the phrase open with 2. Don't get hung up on the numbers on the individual buttons. So think more broadly. Open with 2. What could this mean? What are the various meanings you can get? Open with 2 refers to pressing the buttons that together form the shape of a number 2 when lit.
I'm surprised that's not the super hint, considering how much that gives away.
There we go.
Oh, and that leaves 4 buttons
And that leaves
unpressed.
4 buttons unpressed. Open with 2,
Yep.
leave 4.
Alright. So let's see.
I wonder what the super hint is, since I've never checked that one out.
I'll
It is
check.
your
An eternal
dipshit.
mystery.
I'll check. What was
I
the
bet
name of
it's draw a 2.
What was the name of this puzzle again,
Just as
Jova?
I suspected.
Let's see.
Puzzle number 120.
Okay, alright, 20. Alright, the number's enough.
120.
120.
Right.
Bingo, the trick was select a button to one on the shape of number
I'll-
2. Leap
I'll-
force implemented, there were 4 buttons you need to leave untouched.
I'll quickly check out the Layton wiki.
There, the door should open any moment now. Unless you booby-trapped it, in which case we're fucked.
Part 5.
What?
Grab the snail.
Hey, stop! You ain't allowed to go in there.
Come on, Luke, let's go in there.
What are you going to do? Use the Matrix on us?
And how are you
We're
going
gonna
to
do it.
stop
We're
us?
gonna open the
You're
door.
just a talking head. Come on, Professor, let's find
Yeah,
Fiora.
even Luke pointed
Let's
out.
see. The ventilation room appears to be located on the 12th floor.
Okay, here it is.
Don't you dare step inside there.
Okay,
If you do,
okay.
I'll make sure you regret it.
Uh,
How exactly? You find it hard to make us regret anything from behind that glass. See you.
True.
Goodbye.
Later.
Alright, Jova, the super hint for the cryptic combo is press 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 8, 7. You should
This
start to
seems
see
to
the
be a
shape
map
of a
of
certain
the
number
entire
emerge. That's right, the trick is... Basically, the super hint flat out gives you, yes, here, dumb shit, this is what you have to do.
It seems this pod will take us there at the touch of a button. Let's be off.
Ta-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the Batman day anyway.
Yep. Alright, here we go. So, let's go into the ventilation room. Floor, rather, sorry.
Whoa.
You've read
Next
it, the
floor.
ventilation.
By the way, I watched back previous parts of this game, and I actually answered a question I posed myself in the previous part about about the whole pressure question I posed. Apparently, if I recall correctly, the second time we time travel, Luke has some sort of starts nauseating or something.
Yeah.
I think that's the hint.
That's
Yes.
the Layton series are Hino's Layton scripts are always full of small little moments like those that foreshadow what's going on.
You might not notice them at first, but when the plot twist is actually
That just makes
revealed,
me.
they make a lot of
Hi,
sense.
Flora.
Like
Oh,
for-
thank goodness you're here.
Like
That
for
just makes me wonder. Well, the
ahead.
two clock workshop keepers
They're
are,
working for
I guess,
Clive.
in cahoots with
Yeah.
Clive. Yeah.
Hold on a
they're
moment,
working for
Flora.
Clive,
We'll
yeah.
soon get you out of there.
the fact that they look creepy as hell is probably also in itself a hint. All right, so let's save the floor with the power
I
of our
guess we need
minds.
to open
So
the cabinet
great.
with a
This
puzzle.
weird glass cage is another one of these puzzle locks on it.
Of course.
By the way,
Of course it
is this how it is in jolly old England? Do you have to open things with you have to deal with puzzle locks whenever you're trying to get from place to place?
Not always.
Oh, that's not everything, Pedro. If Grady's attorney's anything to go by, Britain has more than just puzzles up their sleeves.
All right, how
Oh
to
boy.
open? Start from a button and follow the arrows from one button to the next. Find the only button that will lead you through all the other buttons on the panel. Can you work out which button leads through? Basically, we have to start in the one button that will make you go through the entirety of the board, all the buttons. So basically, it's all about planning out paths and trying to see which one can work. So thinking. This is me thinking. So yeah, anybody want to try figuring it out while I try to do it myself?
I'm actually.
use
Again,
that
I'm not very good at
function?
these.
Sure. I know. I'm not talking specifically to you. Okay, never mind. I'm showing it off anyway. So.
Yeah.
We lost.
Yay!
It was a very narrow victory for you lot, though.
Hey, well, look at it like this, Dwibs.
We
I
did
guess
pull
this
it
makes
back from quite a way, though.
I guess this makes you and Shura even for that time during Justice for All when when England apparently beat Wales in something.
Well, then again, it's not the end of the group. Yeah, we still got to face Australia.
There we go. Which means.
Well,
got a-
Dweebs. Oh, sorry.
Which means
We've got
it's this
quite a
button
few
right
weeks
here.
left of all these shenanigans before anything is determined,
Do
so...
the trick.
Well, Dweebs, some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Etc.
Yeah, like,
That's the one. Did you find the button that doesn't point to any other button and work backwards from there? The starting button isn't pointed in any other button either. So there's another way to solve this puzzle.
arrow flow is
Flexible game design.
All right, Flora, I am opening the cell.
Yuck.
Ooh, that was heavy.
Oh.
So glad to see you.
No need to worry.
Aw.
You're safe now, dear. But you can't stay here.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Lead the way. Yeah, let's go.
Well, shall we go then?
Let's
Back to the
go.
car.
Dun, dun.
I'll meet you there after I put a stop to this contraption.
But yes, so you two get kidnapped
No
again.
way. I'm your apprentice, which means I can't just let you plunge headlong into danger without me.
An
I
apprentice is
know,
supposed
but
to do
last
what
time
they're
I let you...
told.
They're loyal.
Yeah, Professor, the last time I let you run into head danger without me in the crossover, it really cost
Later, you're not Batman. You're not allowed to go alone and say, no one can help me.
Well, his reasoning is that he doesn't want to put them in
Come
danger,
along
but
if you
yeah.
must.
Yeah, I know, they're children after all, I know that,
Yes,
but...
be
We're
careful.
going to find Clive.
So of course we're gonna fight Clive.
But our time is running out, so let's hurry.
Indeed.
Time.
Time is running
Time to
out.
speed up.
All in due time.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh.
Shh! Someone's coming. Hide yourself as best you can.
All right, let's do it.
But there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah, that's a
Oh.
problem.
Well, we're boned.
Duck behind that piece of machinery over there.
All right.
Aren't the person gonna see that Flora is gone?
Oh, great.
there we go.
She's gone.
So who's this other guy?
Fisheye. Get
Yeah. Who's voicing him?
it? I think I will. Yes, do you think that might be because we told Layton where to find her?
Leave it out, will you? Yeah, I messed up. It's too bad. I ain't hoping.
You know, I'm starting to wonder why the boss hired you. You're
All right, while you're doing that, I'll get after Layton and his cronies. I have a reputation to uphold, after all, if I'm to make it for that eventual reboot. Did you hear that, Professor? Clive's in the surveillance room, and I think that's actually Steve Jaws from James Bond.
Sure.
So, are we going to go to talk to him?
Flora, the man just abducted you. We're not just going to have a pleasant chat.
Yeah.
You're right. That was quite ill-mannered of him.
You think?
Well, let's not forget
Ow.
let's not forget she has a very good reason for being naive and not knowing anything
Let's
about
just
the
focus
world.
on getting to the surveillance room for now.
Well, of course, if the Avengers movies ain't even to go by, the British are extremely polite in almost
Oh.
every single
Flora was an
situation.
awful thing he did, wasn't it, Professor?
No fucking shit!
Now run, Flora.
Flora's sad because Dick Layton is
Professor?
is verbally abusing her.
It's not verbal abuse, it's reacting to stupidity!
Okay, but you don't have to get all pissed about it. Anyway.
Aha! I knew you couldn't hide from me.
Oh, hey,
Is country losing the game with
You know, you're so
upset him enough? He doesn't need Flora's stupidity to
Oh
make it
no,
worse.
he's been spotted again.
You know, Lockjaw, you're so shit at your job, I'm surprised you don't just let us into your boss's room. Relax, Luke. There's little we could do for beyond that monitor.
Maybe we could
Let's go
trick
to
him
the
into doing
surveillance.
that.
Wait a minute. Terminator Genesis stole this idea.
Shows you know. You need the key code to go to the surveillance room, fools. You ain't going nowhere without that.
We'll be sure
We'll
to decide
get it in
the
a few
key
minutes.
beforehand then. Thanks for the tip.
Oh.
Oi!
Wow, you really do suck at your job.
Yeah.
See you,
And I-
Layton. General
and I
stupidity can be a good thing.
What makes this even funnier for me is the fact that even his colleague calls him out on this crap.
Yeah. So what's the key code? Apparently you can arrange these 10 pieces to form the answer. Move and rotate the pieces to find the key code, then touch input answer to enter it, and I sure as fuck hope it's not ha we beat you in the fucking rugby.
Alright.
Yes, Clive is actually Welsh.
Oh, come now, Dwibs.
Well,
if the Avengers
well,
movie is
Dwibs,
anything to go by, you British people are so polite that you'll kindly take a defeat with, oh, well,
Jova,
rather, I wasn't
Jova,
at
how
a
many times
smashing
do we
game.
have to say it? England and Wales are in Britain.
Oh, come on, Jova. This is pretty easy stuff.
No. Actually, Dwibs, when I said British, I meant British that time when referring to the Avengers, since that movie takes place in Britain, not just London.
Yeah, in a Britain that's for some reason bare as hell.
Actually, Dwebs, I just figured.
Yeah.
I just remembered one thing.
Although to be fair, the Avengers isn't the only one to run with the cliche that
Yep,
all
sorry,
British
Pedro?
except for the. Oh, go on, Pedro.
For example, well, we all know that Yuri Lowenthal is American, obviously, but he's obviously trying to replicate a British accent here as best as he can. Like, which specific accent do you think he's going for?
Generic British.
Generic British, all right.
That depends. It sounds like he's going for
generic
something.
British without being over the top and
So
annoying.
it doesn't really. As someone who played a lot of Ni no Kuni, I've become very familiar with the Welsh accent. I can tell he's definitely not going for the Welsh accent. So I'm guessing. So the whole
sounds
Clive
like
being Welsh
he's
thing
going-
doesn't work. Sorry, Professor.
It sounds like he's going for a mix between several British countries, a bit of English, a tiny bit of Welsh. Yeah, mostly, mostly English, but a tiny bit of Welsh I can sense. If he's going up with the sort of Welsh that you hear, you're like, well, there actually, from what I've heard, there's apparently several ways that Welsh people can sound. Maybe I'm misinformed, but yeah, there are some Welsh people who sound, more closer to the usual British accent, and then there are those who people will mistake for something like Scottish or Irish.
Obviously, Christopher Miller will always be the real Layton to me. But you know one actor that I would love to see to have seen in this series, personally, even though they would never have the money to hire him, Hugh Laurie. It would be really interesting to have Hugh Laurie playing a character in this series.
Hugh Laurie is Professor Layton in the live action adaptation.
Actually, I can see that working, honestly.
Interesting.
I mean, if he shaves his beard, and I can see him playing Layton fine.
But yeah, going back to what I was saying, it turns out that a lot of works of fiction like to portray British people as incredibly polite in almost every single situation, even when they're kidnapped.
Yeah, well, Jovi, Jovi, you've never heard of the other British stereotype that we've got.
Well,
I've heard about the Scottish one.
Well,
no. Well, aren't
Can
you
we not talk about chaps, please?
But Shira, Kingsman's too fresh in my mind.
All right. What's Chavs about?
Basically, the other version of British people, where they're not very nice.
Oh, you mean the heartless conquerors that basically enslaved half of the world?
No. Basically, they're the less well off. I mean, that's not to say less well off people aren't nice. I'm just saying they got a pretty bad way of going about it.
1, 2, 7.
I guess it'll be interesting to see how Ubisoft handles good old England.
Well,
the usual way Ubisoft handles history with Assassin's Creed games these days. The boring way.
Well,
they kind of did it interesting in the Assassin's Creed 2 trilogy.
Question, Jova.
I'm talking these days.
Question.
Actually,
that might as well grow that curiosity, Jova. At the Assassin's Creed series, again, I haven't played any of the games, so I wouldn't know. Do they ever done French history?
Yes, with Unity.
Okay.
They were tackling the French.
Okay. Honest question, Jova.
Unity.
Honest question, Jova. Do they at least do it a bit better than Lautrec?
Okay, yes. Okay. Basically in Unity, it's during the French Revolution. Okay, I'll give it this. Honestly, if Unity actually functioned better and didn't have glitches up the wazoo, it would be a better game. And for the way that it actually does go into the history, is actually kind of invigorating. But the problem, of course, is how buggy that game is. However, I will give you this. If you're going into Unity for a look at French history, if you can look past the bugs, some of the more boring gameplay elements, it's actually a kind of interesting take on history, and for the most part, it tries to be as accurate as possible. Sort of like the third game with the American Revolution.
Well, do the characters at least talk in a French accent?
It's been a while. It's been such a while.
Justify that saying that the animals allows you to understand what other people are saying.
All right.
Oh, Clive is gonna have my hide for this. I forget to you. Did they do the usual stare?
This one. Go ahead.
If you're so scared of Clive, why not just do a bit of running from him?
Wait, what did you say?
I said you might as well run away if you're going to get punished either way.
You know,
That ain't a bad idea. Yeah, I'm out of here. Later, fellas. I'm going back to James Bond, where I'm
I am
safe.
such a coward.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Well done. You've managed to appeal to his cowardice. I
Yes.
applaud you.
Yeah, I'm going back to James Bond, where I'm a lot better at this.
Oh boy,
Fish Eyes
but
is waiting
there's the
for
other
us.
guy.
Yes,
All right,
the other
everybody.
guy.
Who will face
See
the next part?
All right, everybody. See you for part 24.
Yeah, see if when we face the other guy.
See ya.
So yeah.
Yeah.